The British are coming. The British are coming. And Auckland is in level 3 lockdown. Media in England have announced that the Plymouth-based team have concluded boat testing and are heading south for the big game. If so, they require New Zealand government approval, a confirmed ticket and a registered slot in the New Zealand quarantine places, as places are limited. So, soon there will be 3 and also we will see the team's Boat 2 designs. Now, that will be interesting.
This is the Sailing World on Water August 14, 2020. Sir Ben Ainslie and his British team are heading to Auckland and they should all be there in the next month. And then there will be 3. The 2022 The Ocean Race will feature, for the first time, IMOCA 60 foilers. Charlie Enright and Mark Toll are the American team in love with foiling. The Hong Kong Yacht Club has an entry in the Youth America's Cup. They are testing in Italy. Meanwhile, back in Sydney, the 16 and 13 foot skiffs of the Middle Harbour Skiff Club had their race 2 in the Sheerling series. Recently, Jim Clark's huge J-class yacht Hanuman went into Hewison's shed for their major refit. Sail GP announced a New Zealand team and guess who will be heading it? No prizes, Pete Burling and Blair Tuke. We promo the 7th Royal Ocean Racing Club Transatlantic Race. Lanzarote to Grenada. Now over to Charlie.
In this boat, if you're not careful, you can go 35 knots by accident, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be an entirely different experience, I think, to go around the world on a boat with these foil.
I mean, these boats are at the cutting edge of technology when it comes to offshore sailing.
You know, our aim is the next edition of the Ocean Race, which now starts in 2022. It's our ambition to compete in the IMOCA class.
I mean, it's pretty difficult and very uncomfortable to sail on an IMOCA.
The IMOCA class is a massive step up for us, you know, relative to the Volvo Ocean 65. We feel like we're ready to take this next technical step, and it's definitely a big one.
So we built latest generation foil, a little bit of a radical design concept. It feels so much more lively. It's a really incredible feeling. You see the footage from off the boat and the boat is lifting and out of the water, but from on the boat it feels very different. It actually feels much more in control. So we've taken a boat that was built, I don't know, 5 years ago, and it feels like a brand new boat.
As everybody now knows, foiling is the future of the sport and provides a lot of challenges for us as sailors to figure out how to kind of tame these boats. Yeah, we've had 11th hour out on the water for a couple of days now.
It's incredible to have spent some time here in this small part of France, but very much the home of the IMOCA class. And it's really inspiring to see all the innovation and the different ideas and the different things that the teams are doing on their boats.
You know, there's a lot of job specificity in the Ocean Race, and you know, here in this French IMOCA culture, I mean, everybody can kind of do everything, and it's very admirable.
You know, we've gotten a lot out of our partnership with Mare Concept as well, and so working with the Apivia, and you know, they've had a lot of success in the last year.
The development between now and the Ocean Race is going to be huge. I mean, we've already seen it in the last Vendée Globe. You know, the rate of progression from then till now has been astronomical, and
it's a lot faster, it's a lot more high performance, it's a lot more uncomfortable.
I mean, there's no other boat in the world which is doing what these boats are doing.
It's been a steep learning curve, but we've been enjoying it.
We are super excited. We've been waiting ages for this. Our 69F has finally arrived. It's a foiling monohull, similar to one of the ones that we're going to be racing in New Zealand, and we have just got it delivered to Hong Kong so that we can do some training here. We're so excited to unpack this.
Pretty exciting, huh? I've just gone through the shipping list that's arrived from Persico. Pretty happy with what we have so far. The boat behind us is going to help us develop further our skills in foiling, hone in those team skills as well, and it will be a great step forward from the wash sailing we've been doing so far.
So we are now 2 months into the Youth America's Cup program. The sailors have been training for almost 2 full months now. It's been amazing conditions in Hong Kong. 2 weeks ago, 4 of the sailors and the coach left for Europe, and they will now spend the next 50 to 60 days at Lake Garda training the 69F and sailing the 69F there, together with other teams, also other Youth America Cup teams. Today is a big milestone for us. So really exciting day today, and for sure the next few days.
For Agiplus, it's so important to get the message of plastic recycling out to a much broader audience in what is recycling about, why is it good to know more different kinds of plastics, and where can they be used other than just a recycled plastic bottle. It can be used in many different industries. One of them is boating industries, and one of them that deals with a lot of plastic waste in the ocean is the sailing world. So I think for us, this is a really important platform to get that message across.
We have a physical representation of our Youth America's Cup Challenge, and people can come and see it and feel it. But more importantly, it's going a step further in our fight against single-use plastic. So with our sponsor Magiplas, the club also has undertaken to eliminate single-use plastic and to carry on that fight with Clean Seas, with a team committed to eliminate these plastics.
The Australian Sheerling Winter Sprint Series for 16 and 13 foot skiffs raced out of Middle Harbour 16's Skiff Club. The fleet, all utilising their big rigs for the day, was greeted by an 8 to 10 knot northeaster that held long enough that the race officer managed to get 4 closely fought races away for the afternoon. In fact, it was about as good as Sydney Harbour gets at this time of the year, and the skiff sailors loved it. Race 1 honours went to Eric's Storage, skippered by John Cooley, with Peeley East Realty, Mark Wilson, a close second, and Richard Marine, Bryce Edwards, filling 3rd place. Races 2 and 3 honours also went to Eric's Storage, and Richard Marine upped their game and took 2nd place in both. Growth Built, Ryan Wilmot, took 3rd in each. Race 4 saw Richard Marine improve their afternoon, taking the win, with Growth Built 2nd and Eric's Storage in 3rd. In the 13 skiffs, race 1 was so close that it was deemed a dead heat, but Narvache, skippered by Natasha Pollitt, outscored Mighty Might, Amy Hargraves, for the afternoon, with 2 wins out of the 3 remaining races. It was Natasha's first race win in the class, since starting in the 13s late last season. Skiffs will line up again on Saturday 15th August for the final round of the Sheerling Winter Sprint Series, and here's hoping we can get similar conditions again.
Blair and myself are incredibly proud this morning to announce the launch of the New Zealand SailGP team.
The SailGP League's really turning into one of our sport's premier events, and that sort of close racing year-round, high-performance boats drew us to it, and it's going to really complement the other commitments we have with the America's Cup and Olympic sailing.
We've always been incredibly proud to represent Aotearoa, and now we're proud to represent it in what is proving to be one of our sport's emerging premier events.
Now, when it came to the design of the boat, it was important to us that the New Zealand SailGP team symbolised what it means to be a Kiwi.
The boat looks absolutely amazing. It's something that we're really looking forward to getting out there and racing and being able to represent our country in a pretty cool circuit like this.
We'd just like to personally thank you, Russell, for giving us this incredible opportunity. We're really proud to be joining the SailGP League and to build this New Zealand team. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Russell Coutts.
I speak on behalf of SailGP when I say that we're all absolutely thrilled to welcome you to this league. This is a great opportunity for Pete and Blair, and in many ways it's their time. They've had a fantastic start to their sailing careers, and they've already achieved much more than what anyone could expect to achieve. They're incredibly talented sailors, but they're also just plain good guys on top of it.
Some of the best sailors in the world are there, or most of the best sailors in the world are there, to be honest, and it's going to be a big challenge for us to win, but that is the drive, just to go give our best shot and to come out on top at the end of season 2 and onwards. So it's going to take a lot of work, but we love challenges and we're up for it.